So first off, anybody know how many products Meraki has? Anyone want to venture a guess? Perhaps 10. 10. A little less than 10. 7. 8. You know, I'm going to give it to you for 7. There's actually 6 products. And I know these are a little bit small to see, but so 6 products up here. You can think of the dashboard almost like another product, so that's why I gave it to you for 7. The big the big deal about having all of these different devices is these were built from the ground up to work together, right? So these are all cloud managed via the dashboard. That's what the screenshot at the top is meant to show. Got our start with wireless. Anybody know how long Meraki's been in business? 10 years? About 10 years, yeah. About 10 years. And Cisco acquired, anybody know when? 5 years. It's okay for those on video, not in school. So Cisco acquired 5 years ago. You said 5? That was there? Yeah, I'll get you a hat as well. I don't want to throw anything right now. Yeah, somewhere towards the end of 2012, Cisco acquired Meraki. At that point, we really had 3 products, right? So we had wireless, and all of that visibility and control from the cloud that you can see with your wireless networks. We had added a couple of wired products, so security appliances and switches. Since then, we've added 3 more products. First is what we have up there on the slide is SM, or Systems Manager. Systems Manager, if you are not familiar with it, it's an MDM or an EMM. I think your 3-letter acronym is designed to look after endpoints, essentially, right? So that's Android and iOS devices, but also laptops and desktops. So Windows devices can be controlled, as can Macs, and you can control Chromebooks. Anybody here using? Just one? Okay. I'm not going to go too deep into it today, but I'll show you some of the unique links in, because there's some pretty cool things that you can do. If you're managing your endpoints as well as your physical network, you can start tying policies together and say, if this endpoint is jailbroken, then I'm not going to allow it onto my physical network. Whereas, if it is not jailbroken, then the next day, then automatically it can be let on. So, if I have time, I'll show you where you can do that in the dashboard as well, because I'm going to attempt a live demo, which is always good fun, especially. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. The last thing I'm going to say here is 2 new products have been introduced within the past year. So security cameras towards the end of last year, and I brought some samples. So this is an indoor security camera. We have an outdoor model as well, which is a little more robust. It's got a metal. It's got a metal case, and it's rated down to -40, so that you can use it here in Saskatchewan. And it's got a heating element inside it, right? It's also vandalism rated, so it can take a pretty good hit. And the last thing is phones. So we've had the phones for about a year in the United States, just for about 2 or 3 weeks. They've been here in Canada. So I brought one along with me as well, if you guys want to have a look at it. So first off, what you have is the way you organize your institution is you've got an organization, and then you have a bunch of locations underneath that organization. So if we're looking at the tabs here, I'll just make this a little bit smaller. You'll see an organization tab on the bottom. That's where you would go and actually start configuring things like who are the administrators, right? You can define role-based access and who's allowed to do what on your networks. And it's also where you do your inventory. So if you're buying for 10,000 sites and you do this on a single PO, you just put in that one order number, it will automatically bring in all of your devices as well as all your licensing. And from there, you just build out your different locations. And that's the network-wide tab. So this network-wide tab, that's where we're looking at one location as a whole. And then what you're going to see on the other tab in between your organization and network-wide, those are the devices you have. So if you only had phones, you'd only see the phones tab. Obviously, this is our Meraki San Francisco head office. They've given it to me as a demo network. right? You see here, if your eyes are real good, it's April 11th, 1:02 p.m. in San Francisco. Okay, so you can change this view, right? Pull up anything you want. It's actually all searchable as well. So you can pick a date and time, and you can do things like this, and say last Monday at 4 p.m. And there you go. You would have noticed that there's what was happening at 4 p.m. on April the 3rd. So it just reached out to the camera again, and it's pulling that video, right? Maybe we heard that there was a bike that was stolen around that time. We've got the ability to do motion search. So there's a red bike that hopefully will show up there. But if I just sort of draw a box around that red bike, what it's going to do is it's going to show me, here's all the times that we sense motion within that box. So if we pick one of these and get lucky, right? This is at 4:10 p.m. on Monday. There's a couple of dodgy looking characters coming in. And that guy grabs the red button. So super easy to search. You don't have to. You don't have a separate network video recorder anymore, where you have to, watch tape for 8 hours and fast forward to figure out what happened. You can just find it right away, right? And it's all done. That's metadata that's sent from the camera up to the cloud.